And now, an indie artist reveal worldwide spotlight. Darnel Alexander, a viral sensation, has taken the internet by storm and captivating the hearts of thousands with his powerful renditions of songs by the legendary Luther Vandross. Known for his soulful voice and passionate performances, Alexander's covers of Vandross's timeless classics have struck a chord with fans worldwide, garnering him a rapidly growing following. The phenomenal creative have shared the stage with notables such as Boyz II Men, Queen Latifah, Mint Condition, Patti LaBelle, and more. As this rising star continues to wow fans, it is clear that Alexander is not just paying tribute to an icon any longer. He is making his own mark with his new release, Amazing. We invite you to come along on this journey to hear the unbelievable story of Darnel Alexander. Hey everybody, welcome in. It is a wonderful Monday and I am so happy to see you on board. I see people are popping in, that little eye, the numbers are growing. YouTube, thank you guys so much. Sometimes I forget to say hello to YouTube. I'm so sorry. But tonight, listen, Darnell Alexander is here and I am so honored to have him on. I remember running across one of his videos and I did a re-scroll. Like I scrolled down, then I scrolled back up. I said, who is this? Listen to this voice. And such an amazing creative. And then who knew, just a few months after seeing that, I would have him on the platform, and just so happy that this has come to fruition. Well, what I want you guys to do, you know the routine. If it's not your first rodeo, get your handheld. I want you to share and invite. Let everybody know the show has started. Our guest is in the green room, and we are about to bring him on and say hello to everybody. Darnell, hey,
Sabrina, that intro,
what happened?
that was really good. That's all I can say.
Well, thank you,
Very
thank
honored.
you, thank you so much. You're an amazing creative, so we had to do something
I see.
to highlight you coming on to the show. We're super excited and honored to have you here.
Well, I'm just
Welcome.
happy to be here and
Oh,
ready to rock with you.
rock and roll. We're going to do this thing. People are coming in. Comments are already popping up there. People want to say, hey, I'm sure that they're going to have questions and comments.
They're
And
like, "Hey, it's Darnell. What's up,
yeah.
baby?"
And I love it.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I love it. Where in the world are you right now? For
Right
those who
now,
may not know, because I know already.
yeah, and I'm in Minneapolis, Minnesota, and we're just slowly creeping into spring. We're getting a little bit of warmer
Ooh.
weather, but it's still kind of chilly.
Yeah. Yeah. And like I told him, guys, I've got people right across the way
Yeah,
in St. Paul,
that's right.
Minnesota. So I know kind of what he's going through. Poor things, you poor things.
Oh man.
But it is definitely wonderful to have you in that chair because we're going to pick your brain a little bit tonight.
Okay.
We're going to have you start, if you would,
Yeah.
really, from the beginning of what you can recall musically. What inspired you musically, Darnell?
I always think back to when I was a kid and my mother was always playing music around the house
Yeah,
all the time, whether she was getting ready for work or just, throughout the day. And, she used to give me records and I'd listen to it. Um, and, I think that was the beginning of the imprint of music affecting me. And I didn't at the time. Hey, mom, from the 206. And I didn't know how it was affecting me at the time. I remember her bringing me to my first Luther Vandross concert. Hey, Eleanor. You know what I mean? And just being moved by the sounds, right? And
yeah,
then I think I started dabbling and playing around with singing. in middle school, calling up girls on the phone, back when we had the phone attached to the cord, and
Yes, I remember that.
back
Oh
in the
my
day, don't make me bring out the rotary. Right,
God.
Ron. Oh man, so look, I'd be singing like DeBarge and Michael Jackson and New Edition like on the phone, right?
Oh, wow.
Acapella. And
No
then
way.
yeah, it was
Mm.
good times. And then, all this love is waiting for you.
Oh my gosh.
My baby,
You better not start. Yeah, you
my
just
sugar. It's like,
see, we're gonna have a concert on here, sure enough, if he keeps doing stuff like that.
and then I started singing in talent shows in high school, and that was super fun.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
Started meeting other talented people back home in Seattle, where I'm
Yeah.
from.
Yeah.
And then the real work and the magic started happening after I graduated from high school and started meeting people who could actually play music and produce
Really.
songs. And then that's when I started working on my own, craft, my own style.
Your own stuff. Yeah,
Yeah,
doing your thing.
yeah.
Can you remember anything exquisitely special along the way that may have like left a mark, and it's like I'll never forget that.
Yeah,
That
yeah,
type of
yeah.
yeah.
That Luther Vandross concert, my first and only concert that I had been to
No
as a
way.
as a kid, and it
Yeah.
was it was the one where he was singing "The House Is Not a Home," walking back and forth past the mic, and it would echo. Yay! Just let me tell you what, and like I was telling you before, I never ever heard an artist sound better than the record in my
I
life,
know.
and he was one to do it,
Yeah.
and that
Amazing.
stuck with me for my whole life.
Do you know I actually saw footage of him rehearsing just background vocals?
Wow.
They had no music. They had no keyboardist,
Yep.
you know,
Yeah.
and he was literally working. And Lisa Fisher,
Oh
can't
yeah.
forget her.
Yep.
Oh my gosh, she hit that incredibly high note. The hairs on the back of my head just kind of stood up. I said, "This is what
And
he had as background
the
vocals."
backgrounds, right?
Background. Who did that? Oh,
Ooh.
Luther. He did.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. So can you imagine the musicians? No, we're just talking about the background.
Right. Amazing.
My gosh. It just takes your breath away.
Yeah, it's interesting to think about. At that time, I had no really real concept of how it was all put together. But like you
Sure.
said, to think about the background singers and the musicians are fire,
Hmm.
right? They're like the
Hmm.
best of the best, and all of this is put together for your enjoyment, like in a way that you will never forget.
Wow. Wow. Were you ever a dreamer of
Oh,
performing
I I would say yeah, because
at
I
at
remember
any point?
it really hit me in the '90s when Teddy Riley was out and Keith Sweat and Jordan Gill,
Mm, yeah.
and all I could think about was getting up there doing that. It's
The
like,
New Jack
man,
Swing.
and
Yeah.
just getting in the studio making those songs that make people sing.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
can. I, I think I can. I could see you kind of doing that at the time. I mean, at that time.
yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
I was a different person at that time, whole completely, but I was
Yeah.
definitely driven and motivated, and constantly trying to meet up with people to, come up with that hit song or come up with something to get access to share that with
Wow.
the world.
Wow. And so, who are some of your favorites as far as influences, whether vocally
Yeah,
or instrumentally?
sure. I mean, so many people. I mean,
Yeah.
so when I was, my favorites were like, LTD with, um,
Ooh,
you know, Jeffrey Osborne.
that Jeffrey Osborne man, and he still got it right.
Still got it. And
Yeah.
People Bryson. It was
People.
it. You know what it was. You know what it was. Is like, you remember when they had those shows back in the day. Like I go back into the days with Solid Gold and Dionne Warwick.
Ooh, great
Okay,
times.
people would come out on stage and just hit one verse or like a couple of words, and you knew exactly who it was. And everybody's
Exactly.
screaming, losing their minds, right?
Do, do you have a point? Because sidelines. Put a pin in that right quick. So now they
right?
have this masked singer show, right?
Yep. Yeah.
And people can't even tell these days
No.
who's behind the mic.
Oh, you should know
it's
that.
so
You
wow
should
that you
know. You
mentioned
should
that.
know because remember when those guys hit the stage, it was like people Bryson would be like hit that couple of words, and it's like you just hear the twinkle in his voice. I don't even know how to explain it. Luther
I
Vandross.
understand that. I
Luther
know,
Vandross,
right?
same thing. Patti LaBelle, all those guys.
Patty, yep,
We did when I was
exactly.
with Second Nature, we did a show with her,
Ooh,
and she's just the realest as real can get. With when you meet somebody,
I can feel that. Yeah.
you grew up with these people, and you're just like, okay, we're gonna meet so and so, and then it's like, oh man, okay, I want to sit down and have some sweet potato pie. I want some collard
She'll
greens. Let's
definitely
go.
cook it for you. Oh
Yeah,
my God. Wow. So, having traveled a little bit,
yeah.
um, what'd you pick up along the way? Just at that point in time.
At that point in time, I
Yeah.
realized that um, the music industry is it's got different levels and different like access points,
Yeah.
and we were kind of like on the outside of the gate.
Hmm.
We did perform with like people like Boys to Men, Queen Latifah, and all this, but we weren't
Yep.
really in the industry in a way where we were like at the awards or those shows and stuff. So
Uh,
um, but it was nice to be around people and to do shows with them and see how they the professionalism, watch them do their thing. So
sure.
times are so different now. It's like it's a
Yeah.
social media world now. It's like
It,
everybody's on TV, so to speak, because it's social media.
yep.
If you can't make it to the concert, they can just put one up for you right on YouTube or
And that's
Instagram,
something.
TikTok. Yeah,
But this is where people live now.
it is. I always
Do
say
you,
that.
do you know
Social
my
media.
mom? My mom is 80
Yeah,
years old.
yeah.
She has a Facebook account.
Look, I tell people if for artists that ask me for advice, I said if you want to do something, you need to do it on social media. That's where people
You
will
have to.
find you. They will find
Yeah.
you. If no one else believes in you, someone will find you on Facebook and
Some
believe in you.
it is it's not like in the days when you and I grew up. As I was telling last week, the week before last,
Yeah,
because I didn't have a show last week, and then we're going to go to break. As I was telling Miss Melba Moore,
yeah,
I spent my teenage years, well, from 19, at least until about 22 ish, before
yeah,
I got married the second time. Um, I was back and forth from here to New York, meaning
yeah,
from Mississippi to New York, back and forth,
yeah,
trying to get that record deal.
yeah.
Um, and it was easier to connect with people during that time, Darnell, because I had a friend of a friend, so a producer who did a demo
Yeah.
had an aunt in New York who created jewelry for Teddy Riley
Oh,
and got it.
that's crazy.
You see what I'm saying?
Yes, yes.
And so he said, Sabrina, I'm going to do this demo. I'm going to put it in her hands and let her take it to Gene Griffin, who was Teddy's godfather.
Yep, yep.
And then the next thing I knew, I was on a plane. I had no money, and she just
Wow,
footed the whole bill.
that's
I
crazy.
stayed with her in a little studio. When I say studio, slap your mom, it's so
Yeah.
small in there. And she took me to Jean's place on Lakeshore. And it
Oh,
was so unnerving. My whole body was in a tremble
wow.
because I was only 19.
Yeah,
I was only 19.
your spirit is like I don't know what's about to happen,
I
but
don't
it's
know,
big.
man.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
the point is not a problem. But the point is that do you see how quickly I connected? Just
Yeah, absolutely. And big shout out to Melba Moore for. I mean, her legacy is crazy. Like
in
the
it. Wow.
movies, the
Yeah.
commercials,
The
the
film, Broadway, that
oh my
part.
goodness. Yeah. So I've done an interview with her and met. I haven't met her in person, but when I do, big hug to her. But she's an amazing person.
That's my auntie now.
Yeah.
I call her Auntie Melba.
I'm trying to tell you.
Oh, I love her.
I can't
She's so
even.
real.
Yep.
Just so
Oh,
down to earth.
extra. She'll tell you. She ain't holding nothing back.
Mm-mm.
Mm-mm.
Mm-mm. 'Cause the first thing she asked me was, "Well, did you have a manager?" I said, "No, ma'am.
Right? She's like, oh
I
God.
did not." Well, that was the problem.
Yep.
You
Yep.
needed a manager.
Yeah.
Because the end of that was Teddy finally came out once I went into the penthouse. I was talking to Gene, and he was saying, "Oh, I want to do because of your register. I want to do an Anita Baker, a
Oh
Regina
yeah.
Bell kind of thing."
Yeah.
So Bernard Bell, which is Regina Bell's brother, hung out with Teddy and them, right?
Wow.
So he said, I'm going to have Bernard start on the project. And then Teddy said, well, wait, why can't I do a song? So I'm sitting here going, is this happening?
Yeah.
Nobody would believe this.
You
He's
can't
here
make you can't even make
buying.
this up.
Why can't I do a song? He said, well, she's not New Jack Swing. She's
Yeah.
more of this and that. And so, but that never came to fruition. Of course, he
Yeah.
passed.
Yeah.
And so that was tanked. But we got to take our first break of the night. I knew it was going to go the first 15 minutes, just kind of whoop, went on
Yeah.
by. And you make it so easy. You're so easy to interview, and I appreciate
Thank you.
that. Yes, indeed. Well, listen, hang out for just a second. I'll be
Okay.
right back with you. Everybody, thank you so much for coming in. And I see that you are sharing, and I appreciate that. Listen, there's so much more to our guest. He's so full of stories, and like I said, so easy to interview, and I appreciate that. Hang out. We'll be back right after this little 30-second break on Indie Artists Reveal Worldwide.
Join us every Monday at 7:30 p.m. Central Standard Time to hear the stories of artists you love and discover artists you'll learn to love on Indie Artist Reveal Worldwide via Facebook and YouTube. The expansion continues. You can locate us on 10 affiliate radio stations, rebroadcasting Indie Artist Reveal Worldwide segments around the globe. Come on, join the indie community.
Hey, everybody, welcome back to the show. I am just so happy that you guys are all here. It's like family. All of the Indie Artist Reveal family is gathering. Chinier, she's from the UK. She's 6 hours ahead, and she's up to
Oh wow.
watch you. Isn't that
Um,
something?
that's amazing.
That is amazing. Hey, sweetheart, so glad to have you on. We've got Charlene Lewis. She's here. I want to say hello. Won't be able to say hi to everybody. But Adrian Knight, thank you for sharing about the intro. Um, I, I just love what I do. I just love the indie culture. And I guess that's why they call me the indie ambassador. But we were talking about, some of the ways that we connected, or at least how easy it was easier to connect
Hmm.
back in the, and I know that had to be mid 80s
Hmm.
ish, 90s,
Okay. Yeah.
had to be,
That early
because
part.
I was still in radio at
Yeah.
that time. Yeah, I quit a job,
Oh,
Darnell.
yeah. But
But
without
admit it.
risk, there's no damn reward.
I know, I know, I know. And it didn't matter to me because what drove me was the music.
Yeah.
And being in radio, if you could imagine being an on-air personality, I was on the urban side and the oldies side. So
Yeah.
I had the urban music, and then the
Oh
Temptations
yeah.
and the
Yeah.
Supremes, and I had all that great music. And it was like I was cocooned
Yeah.
in everything.
All the goodness.
And I just couldn't get away from music
Yeah.
for my life.
Yep.
And I know probably was earlier, but age 8. So for you, how old were you when you kind of knew you had a voice? Do you
Probably
remember?
around that. I don't
About
know.
8
You know, um,
ish?
that middle school age, or like eighth grade,
Yeah,
whatever. Yeah.
sounds
That.
about right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was fun. I
Did
didn't
people
know. I
get
didn't
tired of
even
you?
know. I didn't. They didn't, because I wasn't like obnoxious until I was in my teenage
Oh,
years. I'd go down the street singing loud, letting the whole neighborhood just, full voice, just
yeah.
filling songs.
Yeah.
And literally is practice for me, but it was really how I got my emotions out.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I
Talk
wasn't
about
fighting
that
in the
for a
streets.
minute.
I wasn't
Yeah.
fighting in the streets. I wasn't doing all kind of dirt. I was out there just singing when I think about it, you know what I was doing? I was singing my way to where I wanted to be. Like in my
Look at
mind,
you.
letting
Yeah.
out the emotion and singing those songs. It was like, I know I can do this. I should be, like in my I was really trying to emote those feelings about how I felt about how it felt to me to sing the songs.
Wow. Wow. So then, what was I know it was Sing a Luther concert, but when did you want to become a solo artist? Do you
Oh yeah,
know
oh
what
yeah.
happened?
Probably when I started doing nightclubs. I'm out there,
Yeah.
singing with grown-ups.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
like,
I know.
I remember being at this. I know people from Seattle know the Hollywood Underground, and I'll never forget going in there, and they're like, "No, you can't come. You got to sit right here. You ain't 21. Sit right in here, and then when you get to sing, we bring you on." I was like, "Fine with me."
Oh
And
my
I
God.
got up there, and that was back when the New Jack came out. So I was out there singing my and whatnot, and people were up there singing Babyface, and I was just like, man, this is incredible because it's real talent. People really like that have been seasoned in their craft, and I'm up here, Mr. Young Buck coming up in there like, yeah,
Was there anybody at that point that you wanted to emulate?
Johnny
Um,
Gill. That was Johnny Gill right there.
Johnny
Yeah, I mean,
was a
the
great one
crispy,
to emulate,
the
man.
crispy voice, and the pipes from like I always thought he had like him and Charlie Wilson have iron vocal cords. I like they
What
could
you
sing
said.
forever, right? And never get hoarse or nothing. I mean, not a day in their lives. Um, just amazing singers. But yeah, just I was moved at the time by when he came out with that record, My, and
Oh
Lady du
yeah.
Jour and all that stuff.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. So when you started like singing in nightclubs, did you pull from some of their repertoire?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Keith
What was one of your
Washington.
favorite to perform?
Oh my gosh. Rub you the right way and
Oh
love
my
you.
God!
What you been missing?
Here we
Ain't no
go.
man I
Uh-oh.
can supply it. Your wish is my command. I work hard to
I love
fill your
it.
needs. Give you a lesson on what it is to feel good, baby. Get undressed and slip on this robe.
Makes no
Just
sense.
like, ooh,
Makes
like
no
it makes you.
doggone sense,
I can feel it. You know
Darnell.
what I'm saying?
Oh my God.
Oh
And I
man, I
know
was.
everybody was like, don't stop singing. Keep singing. Well, you gotta pay. No, I'm just
No, right? You know what I'm saying, right? Seriously, come to the concert. Don't hold out. I'm trying to keep up with everything, and making these videos for people to hear like what
please.
I do and what I'm interested in sharing with people, and but it was like to be able to like do that stuff, right? And
Yeah.
then after that, when I got with like Second Nature and we're going on tour, we're meeting these people. I'm like, oh, this is crazy, like a fly on the wall. Like, who is this? Who are these people?
Oh my goodness.
Oh, you guys are the ones that we grew up to listening to now.
Yes.
What? How? Yeah,
Oh my gosh.
I haven't met
And of
Johnny, but
course,
that'll happen soon, I'm sure.
so I believe your time is it's like right here. It
Oh,
is just right here. The humility that you have, the personality that you have, the discipline that you have. It's about consistency and you
yeah.
are consistent. It's
The
gonna happen.
consistency. That's the
Yeah.
word for everything, right? Consistency.
Yep.
If you
Hmm.
really want to make it, you really want to do something that really matters to you in life, stay consistent through the bumps and the bruises, right?
Exactly. Wow. And I want to say hey to Castella, an amazing vocalist out in California. She said, so cool to see this artist. I've seen these videos and there's like these fireballs all over.
Oh, I see her. I see her. And yeah,
Uh-huh. Her
Castella.
comment.
Make sure you hit me up. She's an artist, so I love
Oh, yeah.
talking to artists and sharing stories and collaborating. So yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And of course, Ron Ledford. Just want to say
Ron,
hello quickly to
what's up,
you.
Ron?
My
Ron,
friend, I love you, sir. Thank you so much for
Ron is the
connecting
dude.
us. Yeah, he is the dude.
Yeah,
He's just been there, oh, for years. We
yeah,
we go back, and just a very kind-hearted, personable
yeah. I want
Guy.
to give a shout out to my manager Elva Mason as well. I don't know if she's on here or not, but
Miss
that's
Mason, if
she
you,
is.
she's gonna see it. I'm sure she's
She's
gonna.
yeah, she is amazing, and she's just been a godsend for me since I've been doing this.
Oh wow! And I saw a shout out to her on something that just recently happened. Did she connect you in some way or
Yeah, she's my
arrange?
manager.
Yeah,
Yeah, so
yeah. Hmm.
she is just making sure all the ends tie up
All the
properly.
I's are dotted and T's crossed.
Right? Yeah.
Names are spelled correctly.
No,
No.
don't see it. Don't say
Oh,
it.
that's Miss
Say it. Oh,
Oh God, yeah, Miss Elva is
yeah.
totally, totally amazing
But
and
yeah,
just
you talk about those times back then, and it was a magic. That was
very
when
magical.
music,
Yeah.
like when Babyface and Jimmy Jam and Teddy Riley, those were the trio that I was like, if I could work with one of these guys, we can hang up the phone now.
It's I told you back at the house, and you said one of the you think that somebody from is it from Lifetime is following you?
Well, it's flight time. I don't know who manages their page, but the
Mm,
cool thing is because everything just has a way of working, right? And
yeah,
we did that song "What If" with Jordan Johnston, and his dad
sure.
Bob Johnston was
Hmm.
signed to Flight Time back in the '90s. So it's kind of cool to show Flight Time the magic of that, something current, but still with that
Yeah,
vibe, right?
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
I'm like,
They
y'all still got it. Stop playing around. Let's go.
and they know this. Come on. I mean,
Yeah,
it's like infused into the cells of their body. I mean,
yeah.
I don't think they can ever lose that.
No, they can't.
The
No,
same with Babyface. He can never lose that. Whatever that gift that God
yeah.
has given
It's
him,
beautiful.
it
And
is
it's magic.
amazing. It
It's magic.
is.
Yeah.
It absolutely is. And so we've just put in the atmosphere that how about we just say you'll work with both of them? How about
Absolutely. Absolutely.
you heard it right here. April 7th, 2025 at 7:57 p.m. Central Standard Time. That we have agreed that he will work with Jam and Lewis and Babyface. That is definitely not impossible. So
Absolutely.
we just believe that that's going to come for you. As an independent artist, what do you find is one of your greatest challenges, Darnell?
Access. But
Uh,
but you know what?
yeah.
Now I look at challenges as like, it's since I've been working on my mental, right? I got the
Mm,
physical. I'm doing all the other things, but the mental part is huge. And so what I do is I believe that the steps I'm taking will lead me to exactly where I want to go. And I
sure.
don't put emphasis or focus on what's not happening, or
I love that.
I don't wish. I
Yeah.
just I just head in the direction, and then
Wow.
we stumble across all kind of cool things along the way.
So then what motivates you?
The music, like you said, right? So cool thing is the song "Amazing," my newest single.
Love it.
Um, Ran into Dennis Bettis and Dennis Atkinson Jr. Those two are Grammy nominated producers, and really now we're elevating what I do to another level, so
Yeah.
that some of those heavy hitters out there, can kind of be like, oh, okay, I see what he's doing now. Oh, okay, I guess he's not
Wow.
small, small cheese. but
Right.
but I
Absolutely.
want people to know, because I believe it. So if you don't believe it, who else is going to believe it?
You gotta believe it. You gotta bet on yourself.
You do. You really do.
Really, you
And
do
you
because
know you know
people.
better than anybody,
Yeah,
right? Going through all
that's
that
what I mean.
stuff, and it's just
Yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah,
it's
yeah,
beautiful. So
yeah.
whether
All
we
of
go up and down, or whatever the case is, the music and that being in my heart, a part of my DNA, is
yeah.
really what keeps driving me.
Wow, wow. Any moments though? Because I mean, honestly,
Yeah.
times are tough,
Yeah.
and there are a lot of challenges, and not to magnify them, but there
Yeah.
could be somebody that's out there right now
Yeah.
who knows exactly what you're talking about because
Oh
they're
yeah.
in that they're at that moment at that point. Has there been something, or maybe you can just generally share what to do when you get to that low point?
Let's go. Right.
Let's
Let's go.
go.
Let's go.
Let's
I've
go.
had that. So
Yeah.
right before I got on social media again and started, and then had hit that viral thing on TikTok last year.
Yeah.
I took a couple years off. I needed to back up, and actually, it's a really good thing is to take that time to work on yourself, work on your mental
Reflect and what.
state, because
Hmm.
when you're doing this kind of stuff, it takes a whole different kind of toughness. Um, you know, I don't see rejection. I see a door close because that one is it don't fit me. We're waiting for the other door to open up
I
that one
love
don't,
that.
right? So
Yeah.
it's really restructuring your mind and really saying, okay, so if we're gonna do this, are we doing this, or are you just gonna just put like your toe in the water? You gonna jump in that cold
Mm-hmm.
ice? What's it called, the ice challenge? You gonna jump in, or you just gonna
I know.
you're gonna stay back? So
Yeah.
I decided I'm jumping all the way in, and no matter what I feel,
You're
ups and
in to
downs,
win.
I'm in it
Yeah. You're in
because
to
I'm gonna be
win.
doing this for as long as this voice is kicking.
Yeah. Yeah. And I agree with Costello. That's a great way, I would say, to look at it because we again we have things that come up, and of course, hindsight's always 2020.
It is.
After the
It
fact, it's
is.
like, if I had,
Yeah. So I've
if
had those
I,
moments. I've had those
hmm
moments where I'm just like, I had a band, and I remember here in Minneapolis, and we were performing. I have like maybe 10 people in the audience, and I just like, I'm bored. I'm done with
10
this.
people. Wait a minute. You had how many?
Like 10, 15 people. It was nothing. It was like I was doing all original material. But as we know, as an original artist, people really don't feel you. But now I'm like, oh, I got to do a cover on, in my bedroom with a curtain up and sing some Luther Vandross, and people coming all over the world to hear that. Why would I'm
And
doing that?
and that's the part that I want us to get into after this last break, and then I'm gonna let you like cut loose, man,
Oh
and
yeah.
share because I remember that garage inspired moment
Oh my gosh.
with you singing this Luther Vandross song, and
Man,
I was like, the best acoustics
ever.
ever, man. I was like,
Yeah.
I love what he chose. That was just so, so, so amazing. So we're gonna take this last break of the night. Hang out with me. And there's this little gnat thing. It's the light. He's just coming to the light, coming,
You better clap that.
and he's harassing me. He's been harassing me since I got on. I've been trying to be
How hot?
professional.
What's the temperature over there?
It's probably about 59-ish, 60 degrees
Okay,
ish.
I won't be mad then.
Don't be. You, it's okay. It's okay. It'll come for you over there in Minneapolis.
30 something
Oh
degrees.
my
Come on
gosh.
now.
Well, we're gonna take this last break. We'll be back with you. And everybody, thank you so much for coming in. I think that Darnell has missed part of his calling. He's so humorous, and he just makes for a great interview. So listen, don't go away. We're gonna come right back with more on Indie Artist Reveal Worldwide.
Join us every Monday at 7:30 p.m. Central Standard Time to hear the stories of artists you love and discover artists you'll learn to love on Indie Artist Reveal Worldwide via Facebook and YouTube. The expansion continues. You can locate us on 10 affiliate radio stations, rebroadcasting Indie Artist Reveal worldwide segments around the globe. Come on, join the indie community.
Well, welcome back, everybody. Sabrina Taylor here on Indie Artist Reveal Worldwide. I'm the creator and host of the show. Got my friend here, Darnell. Darnell Alexander is in the house, and
In the
we are
building.
so happy to finally have him on board to join the family. You are officially a part of the Indie Artist Reveal fam, okay?
Love it. Love it. And I'm
Mm,
happy, 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 happy for it.
thank you. Thank you. And before I went to break, I was saying I wanted you to kind of elaborate on
Yeah.
what inspired you to just start walking through this semi semi empty the
Yeah.
garage itself
Well, here's the thing.
to sing.
This is funny. I've been doing this
Okay.
since I started, I remember working downtown Seattle, and
Hmm.
working for the county, and there was like this building we worked in, and I would always, at lunch break or whatever, run down to the mail delivery, whatever,
Hmm.
warehouse thing, and I'd be singing my lungs out in there. Hopefully nobody's coming by hearing all this, because I was going in, and the acoustics sound so crazy. So one day I decided to go down there and just sing, one of my favorite Luther songs, "So Amazing," and I was just walking through the garage, and I was like, let me just sing this, and then post this and see what people think, whatever, right? I was like, sounds good to me. I don't know what anybody else thinks, but I'm just gonna go ahead and post this. And that thing got 3 million views. I was like, what is going on here?
3 million.
Yeah, I was like, who are these people? Where did you guys come from? Because I've been here just hanging out.
Wow.
I've been here hanging out, and TikTok is an animal in itself. I mean, there's so much talent out there.
Yeah, a
I
lot. A
look,
lot.
when you talk about trying to do your craft along with other people who are doing your craft, and I'm listening to these people, I'm like, I don't have no business being out here with these
And
people,
they're good.
and they're good.
Hmm.
Some great. I've actually hit up a few artists and was like, you need to get your butt somewhere.
Hello.
I
Stop
don't know what you're
playing.
doing, and yeah, stop playing. So I did that, and that really started my trajectory into not only believing in myself, but um, taking it very seriously and saying, you know what, you ain't you ain't got another shot now. This is it. You need to go in, or stay your butt upstairs in the room and shut up.
Oh gosh.
So yeah, that was crazy. That was the catalyst for me last year,
Oh my gosh.
and so much has
3
happened since.
million views.
3 million. I'm like, you guys love this? Let me do some more.
So tell us what kind of written responses did you get? Did you get any label
No,
um
no,
responses or just
I've
just
not gotten any label action to date, and that's okay because as an independent artist, so, you always hear horror stories about being signed to a
yeah.
label, right?
Yeah.
You got all this beautiful music, they don't want to get it out. I'm like, what's wrong with you? Why would you not want to share this artist with the world? Well,
Right.
we don't want
Yeah.
to take chances on this. So I like being independent, but I do want the backing of whatever that conglomeration is that
That big
makes the
machine. Yeah.
machine to
Mhm.
do what I to bring my vision to life. But yeah, it's
Sure.
just people, and people love it. In the beginning, I had a lot of haters too. They're like, you don't need to be messing with this man. I'm like, you know what?
What?
I'm like, oh yeah, it was crazy in the beginning.
Where
You're
they
not.
at?
Wait, no, you ain't really singing. I'm like, oh, because you guys ain't used to real singers. You
They
need to
said
go to
you weren't
church.
really
Go to church and hear some real singing, because this is what we do. They actually
wow.
exist. They really exist. It's not all auto tune. It's real singing, from the
Yeah.
heart.
Yeah.
But a lot of love, more love than
Mhm.
not. So I stuck with that, and I
Yeah.
do that till this day. Right? We don't listen to the negativity. We stick to the positive vibes.
Absolutely. Wow. So then what doors open as a result of that 3 million hit? That's a lot of hits
It's a lot
though.
of people, right? So a lot of people were trying to book me just from singing in the garage, which that is not how it used to go down back in
What?
the day. They want to see the whole
Book
set of the
you.
stage. Yeah, book me,
You
right?
didn't
They want
tell
to.
me that part.
Yeah,
Wow.
they're like, back in the day, it's like, can I see your stage performance? Can I see you? What's your resume?
Exactly.
No, they were like, we
Um,
need you here now. I'm like, oh, okay. I don't even. I'm
wow.
not even ready, but I'll be ready.
What time? What date?
Yeah,
I'm
where
there.
just bring me there. So and
Yeah.
and this hasn't even been a year, and I've done some really cool shows, and including the Apollo Cafe, which
I saw
that was bananas.
now
I'm still
the
not recovering from
Apollo
that.
Cafe. I've never even freaking heard of the Apollo Cafe.
No, right, right,
So
right next door to the theater. So the theaters for for your either large events, or
sure.
the shows where they pull the cane on you, and if you can't sing, they tear you down. The cafe is for your
You have made
intimate
it. You've arrived.
intimate events. I got a chance to rub the stuff, the tree.
I
Oh
saw
man,
that. I saw the
right.
picture of you doing that.
So but yeah, so that was an experience that as I was performing, I
Yeah.
probably was trying to keep my soul in my body,
Surreal,
which
right?
yeah, I'm like,
It
hold on.
had to. Wow.
Yeah, very beautiful to experience that.
That was, and that was when? Just
And
a year
that's
ago?
just no, that's just a couple of months ago, 2 or 3 months ago. And it hasn't even been a year since I went viral on TikTok.
I was gonna
That's how
say
crazy that
that
is.
was.
you
it,
know how
I,
stuff goes with music. It's years of just going through it, right?
paying your dues is what they call it.
Now you have the ability to really create the reality you want. All you have to do is do it
On social
on social media.
media.
All you got to do is do it. If you want people to see something special, give it to them.
I've been singing this song for years and nobody's listening to me,
That's okay.
Darnell.
I'm here. I hear you.
No, nobody seems to be listening. But I
Um,
get it.
yeah,
Do you know, because you have what I call a unique voice.
yeah.
Everybody doesn't have a unique voice.
Hmm.
And I mean, like, some people call it the it factor, but it,
Yeah,
for me, it's called the unique voice, like a Mariah Carey
yeah,
or an
yeah,
Alicia Keys or a Michael Jackson or a Tony Braxton. All of these voices are very unique.
yeah.
And, even with Tony now, we did, of course, hear the horror stories after she got signed, how poorly that contract was put
Yep.
together for her.
Yeah.
But the point that I'm using with her as an example is that she didn't go through all of the step one, step two, step three, step four,
Mm-mm.
remain consistent.
Yeah.
And then,
Right. Right.
all
Yeah.
she just, they heard her
And
and
it was
it's
it.
like, okay, we want you,
Yep. Yep.
not your sisters.
Yeah. Yeah.
We just,
You're right. Yeah. They just
we
want
just
you.
want you.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Just so amazing.
Well,
So yeah.
and that's what also drives me is I believe in my voice enough that with the right production and the right team, we can still keep that sound alive that we so love and cherish from the '80s and '90s, but still with a little futuristic flair to it.
Yeah. Wow. So
It is not the impossible dream.
it is not.
It is not. We
And I
can still
mean
do it.
that with everything in me. It just isn't. And I'm going to continue to have the microphone in front of me and tell people
Yep.
that this is the way that I feel it so deeply, and I'm going to tell you, there have been times, Darnell, I've
Yeah.
wanted to just cut the lights off and
I
go
know.
home,
Yeah.
so to speak,
Mm-hmm.
because it's like nobody's listening. Nobody really believes
Mm.
that. But here you are a prime example. That's one of the other reasons. So I was like, I gotta get him on.
I'll tell everybody. I say, yo,
Tell
this is
him
it. This is the way to go.
this is how you do it. This
You
is
don't
how
even
you
have to leave the house.
that, that part.
You can choose to stay home if you want, but there are opportunities abounding,
And that's
aplenty.
something. A plethora of
Yeah,
opportunity.
absolutely. And it's kind of
Wow.
cool when I have interviews and you get some of the old school people on there listening. And I'm like, it's just that.
Whoa.
That's crazy for me. And it's like, I'm happy to share with them my experience because it's like, you ain't never too old or never too,
Never.
to make that to still spread the love of what you do out there. And as
Yeah.
long as you just move and shake with what's happening, not create too much resistance, you can do exactly what you want to do the way you want to do it.
Well, hey, question. So, that being said, knowing that you've had all kinds of ears on your voice, has there been has there been a an artist, like an iconic artist who has heard you and has kind of spoken into your life yet, if they haven't already?
Yeah, Gerald Alston came through. That was a cool
Oh,
interview. He was on the interview with me on my
okay.
last one, and I was like, wait a minute, bro. I grew up with your sound. Come on now,
I
what's
know, right?
happening? I'm like, what's happening here?
I know. Yeah.
Esther had him on,
I I know her.
and I wasn't expecting that at all because like I was telling you, I'm not there yet, but in my
Yeah.
mind, I'm there, right? I'm
Yeah.
there. So that manifestation must have just pulled all these little pieces together. So just to have, you know, it's the Manhattans. You know what I mean? It's like what?
Gerald Austin.
So I'm like, you know what? Let me just breathe and let's have a conversation.
It's just, yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
yeah. So super cool. I'm and Melba Moore, right? I was just like Melba. I'm like, I know you. I
I've
know
seen you
you.
on
I've
TV.
seen you on TV everywhere for many, many years, and you have a mad legacy, and not to mention the star on the Walk of
On the
Fame. So,
Hollywood Walk of Fame. Yeah,
so yeah,
yeah.
very surreal experiences, but it makes me feel a part of the entertainment family.
I love that.
Yeah. So
I
I'm
love
not going to
that.
exclude myself from those things that I plan to do in the future.
Wow. Wow. Well, I want to ask about, and I mean, I have, well, honestly, let me be honest about this. I wanted this to be so authentic. I did this without a script. I
Okay.
don't have questions for you.
Yeah.
Like, like most of my interviews, I would write them down, or the
Yeah.
questions down. I might look at them to remind myself of what I want to ask. I haven't written a question down
Yeah. This is
because
great.
this is so. When I tell you I've been so geeked about this one interview. I mean, all my interviews are great. Don't
Yeah,
get
because
me
I'm sure
wrong.
you've interviewed a ton of people.
About 300 people,
Wow.
and 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 then you know I'll talk to you behind the scenes on it, but it's surreal when like I interviewed After Seven on a different platform called Legendary Hitmakers
Oh
and
my
Icons. It's
God,
my
love
second
that group.
platform.
Those dudes.
Haven't had it on for 2 years, but
Mm.
that's mine. That's
Mm-hmm.
mine because I've been focusing on the indie artist.
Yeah, sure.
But the point I'm making is I've watched them on TV for years.
Yep.
I mean, Ready or Not, that's old.
Yeah.
Years old. Do
Yep.
we know how old Ready or Not is? Can anybody put that in the
Early '90s.
had to be
This.
the
I want to say like 92, 93.
can anybody put that plug? You're probably right. Ready or not. Um,
I'll give you the sun, the rain, the
Here we go.
moon, the stars, and the mountains.
1989.
I'll give you the world and all that you reach for, and even more. Girl, I love you more than you could know, and that's for
Mhm.
sure.
You better stop because I'm gonna
Magic,
put.
right? Magic, magic
Hello,
music.
that was amazing
Magic
music.
music. It's like I don't even want you to. Can you sing the verse again? Because it's so cool. And then don't let what's his name come through with the high parts. I'm like, I'm going home
Oh,
now. I can't.
Kevon,
Kevin, come
man,
on now. Like that voice is. I'm like, who are you? Did you just what?
a unique voice. Another
Very unique.
example of a
Yeah,
unique voice.
that
So
is it.
that's it's gonna work. It's gonna
That is
work. It's
it.
gonna make it.
It is
But to
it.
sit there with these guys,
Yeah.
legends,
Ah,
I'm going, oh my God, inside I'm screaming.
right.
You know?
I know you are.
I totally get what you're saying.
Hmm.
And he does, yes, he does. He sounds good. He is amazing. All the comments that are coming up, man, I tell you, it's not enough time in this interview.
I told you I could talk to you
Um,
all day.
I know, man. It's just cool, cool conversation. The synergy is there, and I'm loving it. Question though,
Yeah.
are are you going to do a CD, or are you more trending now with the singles market, or what?
Hmm. That's a tricky question.
I know.
I'd like to actually do either an EP or an album just to give people
Oh,
like a love album, right?
I know.
Just give it
Yeah.
to them, like give them all the good feels, all the way
Mm-mm-mm.
through. Because I'm going to be working on this stuff all the way to the end of the year. So
Yeah.
I'm not sure if I'm going to be releasing like something compiled together.
Yeah.
Like I'll release singles and just give them like an album, like in September,
And you can do that.
like around
That's
my
what they're
birthday.
doing these days. Yeah. Yeah.
Do
That's what
like a
they're
birthday
doing.
release. But
Yeah.
I have a lot of stuff in the coffer right now that's just crazy, and I'm like, these people are gonna lose their minds when they hear this.
And that's a great segue into the single. So
Yeah.
amazing.
Yes.
That's the latest single that's out right now. So talk about the inspiration behind Amazing, because I know
Hmm.
there. So you didn't contribute to writing any of that,
All
right?
I did was deliver the mail.
And we thank God for that. Oh my God.
Oh
Talk
man.
about the writers and talk about the inspiration for Amazing.
Oh hi, sweetie.
Oh
Just you got
You
to
see,
go.
my voice went way up, like I
Yeah.
don't know how many octaves that was, but Oh my
Yeah,
gosh,
she
she's
just
a
loves to be in the studio.
she's gonna be a singer. She
Mm-hmm.
loves the camera.
Yes, she does.
Ah, so amazing. And what is her name?
Gianna.
Gianna. Ah, beautiful.
Yeah, yeah, she is obsessed with being in the studio. So I'm imagining when she's able to sing, we're gonna have another singer.
Man, you're not gonna be able to keep her out of the studio
No, no,
because it's
no.
like addictive. Once
It
you get
is.
in there,
Oh yeah,
you
you get in
just
the
don't want
zone.
to leave.
You get
You
like in
know.
this weird zone, and you're just like, oh my gosh, I got something else. I got something else. I got something
I
else.
know.
Wait,
I
that sounds
know.
good. Let me redo that. I want to do it better.
Oh yeah, that didn't sound right. That didn't sound
Mm-mm, nope.
right. So tell us about Amazing.
So amazing. I always feel like when I meet producers or like really good producers, they're like, I know that voice. I know exactly what to put with it. And Dennis Bettis and Dennis Atkinson, those dudes were they just created some magic for the song. So I always feel like also it kind of fits my vibe, right? Of what I want to talk about, what I want to sing about. And this song basically, I feel like it glorifies a beautiful relationship between a man and a woman and
Yeah.
gives that, you know, kind of puts the class and the charm back into relationships and just really honoring a beautiful connection with a person, you
And I captured that.
know?
Definitely. And
Did you
then the
capture that?
video. So who are the producers of this masterpiece? Because
Yes.
that's what it's headed towards. You know that, right?
So yeah, Dennis Bettis. He's
Yeah.
responsible for some hits with like Keith Sweat, Johnny Gill, and Charlie Wilson. You Are, that song.
Yeah.
And Dennis Atkinson Jr., who's done a lot of orchestrations. He is the music mogul of just beautiful, strings and live instrumentation.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
love that because with my love of Luther, that's all he had in there was
That's
just
exactly.
real sounds, right? And so yeah,
Great.
those are the dudes. And Elva Mason is the executive producer.
Oh wow. I need to introduce you to Grammy nominated Ronnie Song because
Yeah,
he does things like that with strings and
yeah,
the
I love that.
orchestra and big. It's almost like a you remember when Whitney first came out?
Oh, yep. I
She had just such big production.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean?
I feel like
And
I need
so
that. I need
yeah,
that
so
to
Ronnie Song, you need to check him out. You need to connect with. I can connect you, but
yeah,
he does great things like that. Matter of fact, Imagine
yeah.
he produced that by Melba Moore.
Put a word in.
Oh, there you have it. But I want you guys tonight to enjoy Amazing. We have the video. And I'm sure you guys are going to love it. Emojis, hearts up, whatever you feel. If you want to like it. But whatever you do, just respond and share your thoughts. And we'll come back and revisit all of that in
Let's
just a minute.
go.
Let's go, go, go. We'll see you in just a minute.
Is there anybody out there in love? Yeah, could somebody please tell me why no one tries to stay in love anymore? It's like everyone has an excuse, but that would never be us. Girl, 'cause you are just so amazing, a one-of-a-kind type of love. I swear you are sent from an angel. God knew my heart needed love, so he sent me you. And that is why I look in your enough of your love. Oh no. And your mind is so amazing, so much smarter than I am. You're my educator, my motivator. Whoa, girl, you are just so amazing. A once in a lifetime of love. I swear you are sent from an angel. God knew my heart needed love. And anywhere you go, that's where I'll be. 'Cause there is no other place for me. Because there's nothing greater than love. Girl, 'cause you're so amazing. A once in a lifetime of girl. And 'cause you are sent from an angel. You are, that's what you are. And sometimes I just wanna hold you and hold you. So if anyone ever asks you, baby, just tell them you're mine, mine. And I just wanna keep it close. Your friends say we be doing the most. Yes, they do. Yes, they do.
I,
Wait, look, the fade out. You remember back in the day, that fade out lasts you like almost 2 minutes. Just, I'm trying to hear every last little bit to the end.
oh
Oh man.
man, when I said if he does another run, I'm going to throw a shoe
Nope.
through the camera. I'm going to be
Mm,
like Patty and throw my shoes off.
Patty. Oh my goodness.
Patty will throw a shoe off in a minute. Yeah. I mean,
That.
and poor Ron has been screaming since the beginning of the video.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my God. It's like, you better sing.
Better sign, boy.
Oh, you are an amazing creative.
Thank you so much. I
Totally,
really
you are.
appreciate you.
And after a while, you know, I don't know. You might not have time for the fam, because you'll be all over in Amsterdam and
Yeah.
New
You know,
Zealand
I
and
think I'll make sure there's a healthy balance of everything.
yeah, I know. I know.
That's the one thing I do try to I do pay close attention, or I would say I'm very intentional about making sure that I divide my time up properly.
Aw.
Yeah.
That's important. Too much of one thing is just never good.
Oh no, get sour
Um,
quick.
I know. Well, we want you guys to connect with Darnell. Please make sure that you do. I definitely put up his website and when the song was on, but you probably didn't pay that much of attention. And because when people hear music, they tend to close their eyes like I do.
Yeah, yeah,
And you
yeah.
want to get the whole feel,
You
right?
just want to
You
vibe with
just
it.
want to immerse yourself.
Yeah.
That is it. I could hear Luther through some of
He's
the
a,
riffs.
and it's weird. People are always like, "Why do you pick him?" I'm like, I don't know. My voice.
Why
It
not?
seems like, yeah, why not? It just seems like, um, out of any artist, it just matches well with me. And it
Yeah,
feels comfortable.
yeah,
The
yeah. I,
tone,
I
the
agree.
timbre, just
The timbre,
smoothness.
absolutely,
Yeah,
everything
yeah.
is perfect. And I am just so ecstatic to have had you on,
I'm
to
so
meet
grateful that you had
you.
me on. This has been a great interview.
I know it has been so much fun. It has truly been authentic because I didn't have a script, dialogue, or nothing. It just
Oh
came
man,
straight from the heart. I just, the questions that somebody may want to ask, but just
sure.
didn't, And you definitely got to go back. You got to promise me you're going to go back
Yeah.
into the comments
Yep.
and check out what everybody's saying. There
I
are
absolutely
tons
will.
and tons of those fireballs from everybody. I mean, you're gonna see a lot of that,
Oh my gosh.
and wows, and this is hearts, all kinds of
Yeah.
responses. Yeah.
Well,
How does that
I'm
make you
grateful.
feel? How does that
Uh,
make you feel?
it's it's still very surreal. Like I said, I'm trying to always be present in the moment,
Yeah.
and just grateful. That I have the opportunity to be here and share this with people, and for people, give people something they love to love to hear and love to be a part of.
Yeah.
Especially with the journey, right? That's always interesting to watch someone's journey.
It is. It is. I just love the humility, though. Please don't lose that.
I will always be me.
Yeah, and that is a good thing. That
I
is an amazing.
remember meeting people and how I felt for meeting superstars and them just being normal people. I'm like that. I love that. We can kick it any day. You know.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. Well, I am kind of sad because we're about to wrap it up. But before we leave,
Yeah.
now this has gone to radio, yes?
Yeah. Yes, it has quite a
Yeah.
few.
So
I mean, I've
what are
been
you
working my
getting?
I've been working my butt off getting it over to all the stations I can find out there. I mean,
So what are you getting from the report? What's the feedback? What are you
they
hearing?
love it. They do love the song, and they're like, "We're gonna put this in rotation right now." I'm like,
Yeah.
"Thank you." Makes me feel amazing. So,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm grateful that they want to put it on spin, spin it and share it with the world. I think that we need more good music out there, for people really singing and expressing themselves in our genre of music of R&B, and there's plenty of space for people to do this kind of music.
Absolutely. And this is the kind of music that I love to see, real R&B.
Right? Yeah.
Love, about love, man. That's what
Yeah.
Gerald Alston was singing
Yep.
about with the
That's right.
Manhattans. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yep.
That's the kind of music that we fell in love to.
Yeah, that's the magic of music. When it
I
makes
know.
you have experiences that you can recall and say, when that song was out, I remember what I
I
was doing.
remember that part.
Yeah,
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 I know, right?
yep.
Wow. So what's next? Are you going to tour? What's on your
Yeah,
agenda?
getting back on the road in
Mhm.
May. Gonna be in Redondo Beach, May 11th, to do a Mother's Day concert. So they're gonna get the Luther Vandross treatment,
Yay.
and there's some more stuff bubbling up from after that. So as things come, I will be sure to post them,
Hmm.
not only on the website but on my social media. I always tell people, if you want to
Sure.
find out what I'm doing, just watch my social media. I'll be
Just
sure to
watch.
spread it
Wow.
out there, and I'm just excited for whatever's next.
And we wish you like so many blessings upon blessings until it just overtakes you. It's like, wait, I can't, I can't take it anymore. Just
Right? Oh man.
overwhelm you because this is what I love to see. This is what I work towards, and just so super excited for you. So, what would you like to leave a person with who has just heard song or any song from Darnell Alexander?
Oh man, I just want them to. I'm hoping that they could feel it in their soul. Oh,
Yeah.
I'm hoping that it makes them feel like they heard something that they want to share with other people that meant something to them. I don't want to just record music for music's sake, but I want to record music to give people an experience, a feeling, because this is what I grew up with.
Yeah, I know, me too.
Yeah.
So I'm so glad to see this because I've been saying, here and there on different interviews, it's just the R&B that I miss, the real
Oh
R&B.
man, we're gonna bring
I've
it. We're
been
gonna bring
whining
some more.
about it. And so I tip my hat off to you. I can't say it enough.
Thank you.
You are just simply amazing. And thank God for you that you are bringing content that we can just identify with and we want to hear more. I want
You
to see you
know,
do something with some smooth jazz artists too.
Oh, I love me some smooth jazz,
I know,
and I've
right?
I've done a few projects with back in the day. was it Patti LaBelle's saxophonist when I was in Second Nature. It was we did a duet of "I've Got Love on My Mind." Pamela Williams.
Oh, wow.
That's a
Okay.
beautiful duet on her album. Also did some stuff with Philip Bailey. I never met the guy, but I did his Dreams project. I did a bunch of
Oh,
backgrounds on his record.
look at
So
you.
these are things that people don't know about me, and the commercials and stuff like that. So
I remember reading all that.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, just
So yeah,
super
smooth
rich.
jazz, bring it on. I'm
Yeah,
all about
okay,
that.
definitely. You know how they have a background that's in the forefront? Do you know what I
Yeah,
mean? Kind of
yeah.
thing. There's a song out by Norman Brown now called
Uh,
"To Forever."
okay.
Get an opportunity to listen to that.
Yeah. Okay.
You'll understand what I mean because this guy, I don't know who this guy is,
Yeah.
but I actually picked it as a hit back in November.
I've
It
listened
wasn't even
to his music is very popular on smooth jazz.
Norman Brown's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I picked Two Forever in November and it is climbing the charts as we speak.
All right. I'll
So
have to
I've
check it
got
out.
that golden ear.
I know you do.
Well,
Yes.
again, thank you so, so much for coming. And you are officially a part of the Indie Artist Reveal family. You will not get another invitation because you're family. You don't need
Yeah.
one.
Yep.
You just hit us up and say, hey, I got something I need to say. I want to share.
Okay.
And we will make it happen for you.
Absolutely. Stay
Okay.
tuned.
Oh, thank you so much. And definitely don't want to forget, again, everybody, please reach out to him on his website. Definitely want you to follow him. Darnell Alexander Music
Yeah.
.com
Instagram,
and
Facebook, and all
Instagram.
that. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. I think most of it, on Facebook, Darnell Alexander, but
Yeah.
Instagram,
Right.
YouTube, Darnell Alexander Music,
And same with
uh,
TikTok. Yeah.
and TikTok.
For those people who
All
live on
roads.
TikTok. Yeah.
Hmm.
TikTok's crazy world.
Yeah, it is. Hey, but that's what kind of got you going, right?
That's where it all started. Restarted.
Oh, we love you,
Yeah.
TikTok.
We do love TikTok. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Well, everybody, you know what I always end up with in saying, what you make happen for others, God will definitely make it happen for you. We love you, and we'll see you again next week.
Thanks, everybody.